Hi guys, new day, new project. Today we're going to visit one private event. It's exclusive pre-launch of a very prestigious and premium project in Business Bay. So it's called Wedyan the Canal by Ghurair Collection. Ghurair is a big Marathi family and they own Mashrek Bank and other developments in Dubai, and that's one of their iconic launches in a very prestigious location right on the canal. So let's go inside. Today we're going to meet the architect of this project. It's a famous Japanese architect, Kenzo. We're going to meet with him, and then at the end we'll do a brief summary about the project. Let's go. It's a nice, very intimate venue they chose for this project, and invited very few agents from the market, and that's something I'm looking forward. Let's go. Look at this villa.
Collection. We've shown you an amazing building, but you probably don't know much about it as yet. So we'd just like to give you a little bit more of the key details that we feel you'll be impressed by. Firstly, though, we'd like to formally introduce what Ghurair Collection actually is. Adam, maybe I can ask you to explain why we're here today.
So, our collection was born because we are of the opinion that there's some beautiful projects here in Dubai, but actually we're lacking real high quality architecture with the design principles that Kenzo brings. So our collection is to house our ultra luxury projects, of which currently there is one, and that's Wedyan the Canal. We have a significant pipeline going forward, but as it stands, this is our first project. So it's all about hospitality. We want to offer a project where it's seamless living, where you've got 2 kitchens as an example, back of house service, and everything is seamless. So that's the principle of our collection.
So I know a little bit about Ghurair Collection myself. One of the principles of the brand is that it will always work with a world-class architect to create something completely unique for Dubai, as you can see here through the video. So the key part of the story is this partnership with Kenzo. I wonder, Adam, firstly, if you can tell a little bit from Ghurair Collection's perspective how it came about, and then maybe Kuma-san can ask you a little bit about the process of working together. So Adam, I'll let you go first.
So we're looking at architects. We interviewed around 20 or so architects, and we felt that Kenzo's vision of connecting the valleys and the wadis to the city was really key. And actually his whole inspiration and his aspirations were shared by our board and our CEO, Ghurair, and the decision actually became quite easy that Kenzo was the perfect partner for this project.
And this, Kenzo-san, is your first ever project in the UAE. It's not been possible to engage with your architect in the country at all until Wedyan came around. Can you tell us a little bit about your design philosophy and what the building actually represents?
Yeah, so we are very much inspired by Wedyan, as a shape of the body is very soft. And this is a creation, nature, it's not creation true. I want to, it's a forward, it's that kind of idea. The shape of the whole building is not square, it's not rigid. As a way we use, always every corner is very similar to the way. And this is total cylinder of the building is very softly stepping down, touching to the ground. I really was inspired by nature here.
You know, one of the principles of Ghurair Collection, like you said, is that we're creating something that didn't exist in Dubai beforehand. We feel this is very unique. Can you tell us a little bit about Dubai as a city for you as an architect? Is it different here from other places? What's it like working here?
Yeah, Dubai is a kind of a museum of art. The 2 artists of the world coming to Dubai to show the solution for future. The environment is the biggest theme of which architectures I would represent that ideas by using the materials, by using the electrical light. This is a very interesting challenge for us to do.
You also have introduced some elements to the building that reflect Japanese culture, for example, that people won't find in other apartments in the country or the city. Can you tell us maybe about the pavilions, for example?
Yeah, we have this kind of big balcony. We put the tea houses on the balcony, and as tea houses is a special place for them. Tea houses can be used for meditation, yoga, some spiritual experience, and sometimes it can work as an art space. They can have the special art here in this building. And you use all the big balconies, and it will show the model of future skyscraper.
We have some renderings we can share with you of these Japanese tea house inspired pavilions. As you said, completely adaptable and customizable, don't exist in any other property in Dubai, beautifully inspired by your own design sensibilities. I want to ask Adam a little bit more about other amenities in the property and other distinct features. What can you tell us about it?
So we've got 4 floors of amenities in total, one of which is dedicated to fitness. So on that floor you've got the gym, the yoga studio, Pilates, etc. Level 3 is dedicated to family space. So on that floor you have your lagoon pool, your indoor lap pool, a games room, a cinema, golf simulators, and everything else. Then further up, on the 17th floor, we're calling the cave. So that is very much your Zen space, your spa, hot and cold therapy, another indoor pool. And then finally on the 36th floor, we've got what we call the mini arts club. Up there you've got meeting rooms, madras, cigar lounges, a library. So the amenities are vast. In addition to that, on the basement level, we have humidity and temperature controlled car storage. So for anyone with a supercar or a classic, you're able to store your car in a facility that's available for all residents. And finally, filtered air and filtered water. So all of the air that comes into the building is filtered, and all of the water is potable.
You say finally, but there's a lot more than that. And if you want to highlight, I'm going to just talk now for a second. If you want to highlight amenities that will be distinctive for your clients to hear about, additional components you'll find in each residence are 2 kitchens. So you have one available for your private chef to do dinner party catering while you have your party in another part of your home. Vast balcony spaces that are fully adaptable to use as you want. We've spoken previously about special UV grade blockades in the glazing so that your artworks inside won't be damaged. A lot of these buildings are designed for people with beautiful collections of art. And anything else you'd like to add, Kenzo-san? Or particular features as well?
There's a big balconies and there's a big shower. And a shower is very important here in Dubai. And also the sustainability is one big topic of this building. The shadow patterns from light and also bringing the breeze into the space. And it can be around, for example, sustainable skyscraper.
When you see the complete building, it is going to be extremely green. It's going to work very, very closely with your interior or your landscape architects. They have enlisted over 30 different consultants and specialists covering everything from parking to kitchens to ensure it's best in class. Another principle of Al Ghurair Collection that it's worth you knowing about is that it's really defined by the Al Ghurair family's long-term connection with Dubai. They've been present for over 6 decades in the city. They introduced the first bank, the first mixed-use development. It's extremely important to them that any Al Ghurair Collection property is built to last for 60 years plus. This isn't shoddy in any way. They haven't compromised the quality whatsoever. Every building is being built to be a future landmark that will be known all over the city. So we see this as a very, very prestigious development. We have this unique opportunity to speak to Kenzo. I'm curious to know if anyone has any questions. Would anyone like to ask anything?
So thank you so much for this project, for this beauty in our city. My question is, as we know, in your projects you choose materials, like you connect the materials with the emotions of the humans, and especially for these projects, what was your ideas? How you choose the materials for these projects, especially between stone and wood? Yeah.
Yeah, so we do use the ceramic. Ceramic is very important material in this region. And sometimes concerning cars, or sometimes terracottas, there's a big portion of ceramic. And those materials are used to create screen to control natural light. Traditionally, the ceramic screen has been used for creating a special intimate space with dining room and such. And there's also we are using wood for some parts of the interior, and there's also wood give warmth into the space. And those materials, this combined with the contemporary material, the UHPC will be the material for the balcony to create this urban wave shape. And as a combination of traditional material and contemporary material can create a unique product.
Thank you, Kenzo.
So that was the presentation from the architect and from sales directors. That's the CEO of the project, and that's the model, 44 floors.
This is the arrival of tenants.
All right, that was the presentation of the project. You saw the architect himself, Kenzo. You saw the sales director. He did a presentation about the development and also the model. So briefly about the numbers. Starting price in this project is 26 million dirhams. However, it's starting from a 3-bedroom. So minimum it's a 3-bedroom apartment, and the size of that is 6,000 square feet. So guys, if you'd like to receive more information about this project, the brochure, the floor plans, the sales offers for specific units, you can contact me. My contact details on the screen. I'll be glad to share you all the information. Also, we can meet in developer's office here in Dubai. If you're international, we can do a Zoom call. And I'm here to help you. Thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, comment, and I'll see you in my next video.